The book that I'm reading right now is One Half from the East, and it exemplifies everything that I love about reading because it's taking me someplace that I've never been before, into a girl's life, into a culture, a family, a whole way of being that is completely new and interesting. And I'm going to be really excited to finish the book and see what happens. But so far at page 100, I've been introduced to a 10-year-old girl. Let me get her name so I make sure it's correct. Um, Obida. And she's the youngest of four sisters living in modern day Kabul. And she has a good life. She goes to school. She goes out with her dad when she needs to. They watch DVDs. It's a nice mix of traditional and a little bit of modern culture in modern day Afghanistan. But a terrible thing happens when her father is the unintended victim of a car bombing in the market, and he loses one of his legs. His spirit is also broken, and the family ends up moving back to the small village where he came from, in territorial Afghanistan, where life is much different and much more traditional. Not having a son has never really been an issue in the city, but now it makes a big difference to the family. So her well-meaning but, shall we say, meddling aunt has suggested that the family take on what is apparently a fairly regular occurrence in Pakistan and Afghanistan, where they take a preteen girl and they change her into a boy, cut her hair, change her clothes, give her all of the expectations and the freedom of being a young boy. Part of it is to help the family so that someone can take the sisters out and go to work. But another part of it is apparently to bring some type of good luck to the family so that the mother can possibly conceive a legitimate son. And I guess this practice has been going on for decades, if not at least 100 years. And even though the traditional and very strict culture is aware of it, they sort of turn a blind eye to it. So Obida is told to be a boy and struggles for quite a while, especially at school, to fit in and to feel like a boy. She feels like a fraud, a girl dressed up in boys' clothes. And there is one boy, Rashim, who is teasing her and bullying her and making her feel very awkward and afraid. But about 50 pages in, maybe 60 or so, Rashim reveals that he is actually and I don't know how to say it, so I'll forgive me for my poor pronunciation, but a bacha posh, which is this fake boy, I guess. And so immediately, Obaid, which is her name now as a boy, and Rashim become best friends, and they are exploring and growing and having all kinds of boy friendship adventures as they can both share with each other what they really are and feel safe. And at the same time, Obaid is trying to help her father because he has basically sunk into a terrible, terrible depression. And he is trying to figure out what can be done to help her dad. I don't know exactly where this is going to go. I'm really excited to continue on this journey. There's a part of me that is watching these two young girls revel in the freedom that they have as being boys in such a strict culture, and I'm afraid that they're going to have to go back to being girls. And maybe for Obaida it'll be okay, but Rashim has really taken to being a boy. And from what I read on Wikipedia, there's a big challenge that these young girls face when, once they reach marrying age, they are expected to go back to being girls and they don't know how to do it, and they resent having given up this freedom and this life that they've been made to live by their families and their parents and their culture. Certainly a really interesting twist on the transgender stories and experiences, and a way that a culture embraces it but pretends it doesn't exist at the same time. It's a magical journey. I'm sure that middle grade readers are going to find it super fascinating. And I look forward to finishing it. So thanks for joining me for page 100. See you next time.